We love the classics at Thanksgiving, the turkey, the gravy for sure, but there's nothing wrong with adding something new into the mix, like maybe a savory bread pudding with an Italian twist. Look, I won't say no to anything that our next guest prepares. So let's give a big welcome back to Samantha Ferraro from Little Ferraro Kitchen. There's nothing you've made that I haven't enjoyed thoroughly and wanted to eat more of. So I'm excited to see what we're making here today. Savory bread pudding. Now that took me by surprise, I gotta say. Yeah, so bread pudding normally is sweet, which is lovely. I will take a sweet bread pudding any single day. But I love a savory twist. So instead of stuffing, we are making a bread pudding, and what makes it so delicious is the addition of eggs and cream or milk. Okay. And that just gives it a little bit more richness, a little bit more like luxuriousness. And this little twist is inspired by a pizza I've had, just a favorite pizza. I think that's phenomenal. And it just works in a bread pudding. So we have some sauteed sausage that is nicely brown. Okay. And we're adding some nice kind of Italian-inspired flavors. All right. So we're gonna add some garlic. Okay. And we're gonna saute that for like a minute. And I also have a bunch of fresh herbs here. I have rosemary, thyme, and oregano. Okay. And that kind of gives it that, ooh, you know, it kind of tastes like a pizza. But rosemary, Italian seasoning. I gotcha. So we saute that for a little bit. All right. And then what I like to do is, this is very not traditional, is add some red wine. So that just gives it another layer of flavor, and we let this reduce, and we let that alcohol cook off. And it just infuses in the sausage. How long does that take to reduce typically? So, you know, I look at it, and as soon as most of this liquid has evaporated, that's kind of my go-to sign. So I would say if you put your stove on high, it can take up to a minute. Okay, got it. So we'll see how fast we go as we talk here. Can I ask you a random question? What is the difference if you're going to do a savory bread pudding from a stuffing? Aren't they the same? They're a little different. So stuffing typically just has stock in it, which is delicious, and I love a good stuffing. Stock, vegetables, bread, all mixed together and baked. And the stuffing has that addition of milk and eggs. That gives it a little bit more luxuriousness. I see, So that's the little twist of it. So you see how this is nice and reducing, look at that. It reduces alcohol, like that. So I think, and it smells, guys. It smells, right, this wine is just so lovely. It elevates the smell to like restaurant quality fancy. Yes, yes. Okay, so we are going to make our custard. So that's kind of the base of the savory bread pudding. I'm ready. You ready to do this? Yes, what can I do? So we have some eggs. All right, if you would like to whisk it, you know what, let's put it in there. Oh, are you sure? Yes, let's do it. We're winging it here. We're winging it here. It all works. Whisk that, and then pour in some milk and some stock. So just like stuffing, we're giving it some more liquid. Okay. And then we're going to add all these beautiful flavorings. So and is this just whole milk or is this heavy cream? This looks like just whole milk. You know, I use whole milk, and if you don't do dairy, almond milk or oat milk works fine. That's or lactate, like in my house. Oh, is that right? You know, that's how it goes now. Welcome to your 40s. I understand that. What is this now? That is just some chicken stock. Okay, and just add this in here too? You add it all in. I like that. You can tell she used a nice bouillon there. Yeah, yeah. I like to use this bouillon base, and then I just add water to it. I do too. Yeah, I don't ever buy chicken stock anymore. I just buy the bouillon base in the jar. It's fantastic. Okay, beautiful. So in here we have sausage, the herbs, the garlic, a little spinach, the red wine, lots of yummy flavors. I would eat this just as it is. That looks great. So now, from here, we're just assembling everything. That's all we're doing. Nice. So easy. So we have a, what do you call this thing? Baking sheet. Baking casserole dish. Okay. Yeah. And we're just going to add everything together. So actually, let's do this. Let's put the bread in first. Okay, put the bread in first. So this is ciabatta bread. So again, kind of following that Italian theme. I like it. And I just like to do big cubes because as it bakes, the top kind of gets a little crispy and it's just really delicious. I like that. And then we will top it with this beautiful mix. I'll do it because it's hot. Okay. Just like that. And it, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's all going to taste delicious. So just kind of pop it on there. Shove it all in there. Beautiful. Okay. Do I want to like maybe mix it around a little bit? For it. Okay. And then I also have some caramelized onions here. So I did that ahead of time. Okay. And even like a caramelized onion jam would be really delicious. Ooh. So you can take a few little forkfuls, kind of dollop it all over. I like how quickly this is coming together too, because so much of Thanksgiving is me rushing around trying to get my sweet potatoes with my marshmallows made. That I just do it, you know. Could you do this in advance or?
Yes, you can, and I do it all the time. I never make my bread pudding or stuffing the same day. I always do it ahead of time. Yeah. It needs
do you bake it off too?
You can. I've done that too. Yeah, and then just heat it through until it's warm.
By the way, was I supposed to add all these? Because
yes, because it's delicious. Go for it.
Okay.
And now we're just adding the custard right on top. So just be careful, it might spill over. But the best you can, just kind of pour it right in.
Okay, pour it right on top?
Yes. And then, you know, as you're doing that, that bread is going to start soaking in, taking in all that custard.
That ciabatta.
So this is great to make, like we said, the day before, the morning of, because it needs that time to soak.
Yes. Oh, okay. So if you do it the day before, you leave it in like the refrigerator just soaking?
That's what I do, yeah.
It's not going to get too soggy?
No, it's fine. Well, that's another little tip. So use day-old bread or dry bread.
Oh, okay.
Because then it can, you know, soak up all that. And then if you would like, I have some Parmesan cheese. If you would like to grate some yourself. I'll leave that aside, yep.
Yeah, I got this.
And yeah, and that's it. So we just take that whole thing, pop it in the oven for, I would say honestly about 50 minutes. Yeah, go for it.
I love me some
And then out
50 minutes.
Out comes savory bread pudding, and it's so delicious and so luxurious, and it's one of my favorite things to make.
And I would eat this not just at Thanksgiving, just FYI. I'm going to taste it real quick over here because you just made this one.
Yeah.
Meantime, we only have about a minute left, Samantha, so tell me about some of the other dishes that you have that kind of take the Thanksgiving sides and put them on end.
Well, like you know, I love doing a Mediterranean twist, so I have some roasted acorn squash. I put some cinnamon and maple syrup on there, and then I drizzled it with some tahini, pomegranate molasses, and some pomegranate seeds. And then this is another favorite salad. It's a shaved Brussels sprout salad. It's raw with pistachios and Parmesan. And it's nutty and cheesy and fresh and crunchy.
Ooh, I love that.
And it's another favorite and perfect to make ahead as well.
I have to say, that stuffing is really good. And it's not stuffing. I mean, it doesn't taste like stuffing.
It's a little bit
wonder.
richer, right?
It's more rich.
Yes, yeah.
This is really good, too. I mean, it's not going to take the place, but my producer said, Amity, grab a fork. I mean, come on now. It's self-serve like that. All right, Samantha, thank you so very much. This is wonderful. And she's going to share her recipe for this delicious savory bread pudding. Just text the word recipe to 206-448-4545. We'll text you the recipe. Boom, bada bing. So easy. And you'll be the star of your Thanksgiving feast when you show up with this lovely dish. All right, listen to this, guys. November is National Diabetes